We are backstage at the Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival. It's Matt from Z93's Morning After. I am joined by Jacoby from Papa Roach, and it kind of a bittersweet performance for you guys because you weren't originally on the show, and then you're filling the void left after Keith Flint's passing from the Prodigy. Was there any hesitation when they approached you about you guys filling that spot?
No hesitation at all. Definitely bittersweet. We have a really good relationship with the rock fans that have been coming to this festival. Obviously, this is year one of Sonic Temple, but of years past, Rock on the Range, we have a really good rapport with the fans here, and I felt that it was the right thing to say, yeah. And being a huge Prodigy fan for many years, and seeing them perform live, and having just them being an inspiration on me personally, stylistically. I always, shouted them out in the press. They were like, who do you want to collaborate with someday? And I would always say, Prodigy, man, I want to with the Prodigy, and when we got that call, I was just like, man, it would be an honor to go do that. And so we actually just got done doing a UK tour, and knowing that we were coming to do this show, we were like, you know what, let's figure out like a Prodigy cover, because we want to honor Keith. And we started doing Firestarter, and it's rocks, dude. It's intense, man. There's a heaviness that comes over me when we're performing it, but it's like I just know that I want to know inside that like that mother like he's like looking down on us, just going keep smashing it, mate, keep smashing it. Like he was just one of those dudes. It was just, he was awesome, man. And I wasn't close to him personally, but it was like I was a fan, and when you're a fan of somebody, you feel like you part of them, and so we just want to honor him tonight, with a banging savage performance.
And I mean, it's tough with Keith's passing, and then this being the 2-year anniversary of Chris Cornell's passing, and they were set to headline here as well, and you guys were on that on that bill as well.
Yeah, it's we've lost a lot of good ones, man. I'll tell you that, and it's rough, dude, because what I've found out is that every time a quote celebrity takes their life in culture, suicide spikes. And while we were on tour in the UK, I was like, you know what, I'm going to do some research, like just on suicide in general, just become more educated on it, and know what's what and what's going on. And what I found is that of the rates of suicide, I'm sorry this is so dark, but it's like, you asked.
Yeah, right.
Of the people that kill themselves, 2/3 to 3/4 are men. And so why? It's like, I guess we're trying to figure out how to deal with our emotions. Is it the pressures? I don't know. And what I found, I researched in the UK, since 1981, suicide has been in a steady decline. Whereas in America, since the 80s, suicide has been in a steady incline. So it's kind of frightening for us as Americans. But a large part of that is because of war, yeah, and our veterans, and because that's a large portion of people that are taking their lives, man. So sorry, it's so heavy and so dark, man. But it's a reality in our society, and it's very unfortunate. But the beauty of this conversation is that music can be a bright spot to people. It can be a source of strength. It can be a source of hope to people. And Papa Roach has been a source of strength and hope to people out there. Our first single, Last Resort, was about one of my best friends. He tried to kill himself. We lived in a house together, and I'm 17 years old, and my best friend tried to kill himself. And I'm like, it was a traumatic experience, and I sing the song from a first person, point of view, just to make it just how I write music. And it's just crazy how many people have used that song as a source of strength. And I know that it's like there's this music is purpose driven, and I know that there's a reason why I'm here on this planet, creating music and creating art with my brothers and Papa Roach.
And you talk about music being a source of strength. Your current single, Elevate, is certainly an upbeat, uplifting song that, can give people strength.
Totally, man. I mean, you got to have some bright spots out here in the rock and roll world,
right,
and it's, some of the best music is born from misery and pain. We know that. But then it's like, yo, man, like we also want to celebrate. We also want to, we also want to elevate, but it's like, it's, I think having some of that positive messaging in there is good. It's a great reminder to me, when I'm up there singing those lyrics, it's like, even with a song like Born for Greatness, like, yo, Kobe, like, don't forget, don't forget that greatness that is that the potential inside of you that you keep trying to, starve out with your negative behaviors or attitudes, and so it's a great reminder to myself, and positive music for some people. And so if we can feather that in there with some of the darkness that's in this culture, it's a beautiful thing.
Elevate on the new album, Who Do You Trust? And that album, similar to your previous album, you guys do a lot of different things. You're able now at 20 years into your career to take sort of chances and kind of do basically what you want to do.
Yeah, man. I mean, for us, it's always about evolution and trying new things, and we've done that since the beginning of P. Roach. And this album is more about extremes, So we got a song called Suffer Well that's straight like the most punk rock song we've ever written in our career. Even to the way that it's recorded, it's just nasty and grimy. Then you got Who Do You Trust, which is just this kind of like ragey, kind of riff rock banger rap track, and then you got a song like Elevate, which is kind of like this alternative hip hop, pop, rock kind of amalgamation. But it's like P. Roach, we're just one of those bands that's like we love all different styles of music, and we love to like find ways to just smash these things together and make unique, original music.
What do you think it is about Papa Roach? I mean, you think that, the band started up in the late 90s. A lot of those bands that started when you guys started aren't around anymore, and you're still here. You're now, playing these spots and festivals, towards the headlining spot. You guys are playing sold-out arena shows. You're still out there doing it. What is it about Papa Roach that has kept you guys around, kept you guys relevant over the years when so many other bands have stopped writing or split up or are irrelevant?
I'd say, like, when we feel like we're getting knocked down, or when we feel like we're, in a bad spot, we keep getting back up. We just keep getting back up and keep getting back up and keep getting back up. That's it. You know what I mean?
And one of the cool things about Papa Roach is you guys have seen growth in the streaming industry. I mean, you guys have seen growth, including songs on video game soundtracks. I mean, you're doing things that other bands aren't doing, and you're seeing the results from that. I remember reading an article about how much the band has grown thanks to streaming.
Dude, it's a trip, man. The way our music's getting streamed right now, it's really opening us up to a very broad fan base. We see it worldwide. We get to see like the kind of analytics or whatnot of country to country and age brackets, and it's a trip. Over the last 5 years, we've seen the younger part of our fan base grow exponentially. And for us, we're just going, that's sick. Because what does that mean? We got younger fans that are getting into P. Roach, which means there's a future for us and the live show and the connection with the music and inspiring the next generation of rock fans, because rock and roll is it's a real deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here to stay, period.
Yeah, even though people in other interviews will say that rock is dead, you look at a show like this, it's sold out.
Who the f*** is saying rock is dead? Right. Let me have a conversation with them.
You should go find them. I don't think they're here this weekend.
Oh, well,
last time you guys played Sonic Temple, or I guess Rock on the Range at that time, you guys brought out a band, a drum corps. Is there anything planned? Will you guys play Born for Greatness with them? Do you have anything planned special tonight?
Well, it wouldn't be special, I told you.
Yeah, that's probably a good
point.
What I'm
saying? So we're going to keep that on the low.
All right. What, I know this week you guys announced more shows with Shinedown. What else is in store for 2019 and into 2020?
So we're actually about to go head off to Russia here in about 2 weeks and do shows over there. Russian fans are amazing. We love it over there. Europe is going to be off the chain as well. We're doing festivals there. We come back. We're doing a headlining tour. We're taking out Asking Alexandria and Bad Wolves, which is going to be great. And then after that, we're going to go join Shinedown for another run. And then after that, I'm going to take a long nap. And then 2020, we're going to celebrate the 20-year anniversary of our album and fest. And so April 25th, 2020, we will be having a celebration.
And we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
All right. Jacoby from Papa Roach, I appreciate it, man. Have a great show tonight.
Hey, dude, thanks for stopping in, man. For real. Appreciate it.